So we've been reassigned to path 8, and just kind of scouting the path here. We've got an Aegon as a first fight, and then Man-Thing, a Sentinel. Mojo will be taken by a teammate with a Human Torch. And I've got Hulkbuster, who's pretty tanky with his protection and global node. Silver Surfer. A Guardian. And then up on Boss Island, we've got some interesting fights here. Dragon Man on the Hazard Shift, and going left, you've got Hitmonkey, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Spider-Ham, and off to the right, it's Man-Thing, MODOK, Thing, and Apocalypse. All right, so this is going to be a Quake fight against Aegon. The fight will go pretty well, but Aegon's a little bit tricky just because he's got that sort of a two-hit ending combo. That does actually catch me a couple times here, but I basically dex immediately and get right into the holding heavy. When you're quaking, the heavy basically immediately evades, and then you're dashing back for the dex, and you're sort of alternating between those two steps. But overall, this is going to be a relatively clean fight. I had other options, I guess, but with the node and being somewhat unfamiliar with path 8, I just didn't really want to chance it, so I sort of took the easy way and thought it was a pretty safe bet with Quake and protection. So to save some time, we're going to go ahead and speed up the gameplay to roughly 2.5 times speed. I think everyone's familiar with Quake gameplay at this point, and still want to kind of showcase the actual fight, but not prolong the video any longer than it really needs to. So the fight's going pretty well. I am a little bit rusty, and so I'm taking a few hits here and there, getting down to about 40% health, and decided to actually just fight him and knock him out. So pretty happy with the result of that particular fight, and we're moving on to the Man-Thing. And pretty comfortable with him. I've been able to pick up on some of his combinations and can kind of see what he's about to do and when he telegraphs his hits. I have class advantage here, and so that is certainly beneficial with the science against the Mystic. And then again, I'm going to go ahead and speed up some of the gameplay here just to save everyone time. But again, the fight goes super well. So got a KO there and crank it away. Hulkbuster again gets some really good armor ups and is super tanky, especially as a defender. But he's also got some pretty slow motion telegraph sort of hits, so I'm not terribly concerned about this one with Quake. I did heal up before this fight just to kind of be safe. Again, we're looking for a positive outcome and getting all 3 attack bonuses, so you just got to make sure in this situation that you're going to set yourself up for success. I dropped a heavy there, which wasn't great. It took, I think, just 1 or 2 hits. It wasn't too bad. But if I just keep in the cycle and stay focused, this will be a victory. We're down to 70%, get into another concussion cycle, and we're getting 10 to 15% off each. And he's not really gaining really any power unless I'm, making a mistake and dropping a heavy. Or choosing to strike into him, which I'm just not going to do. And we're just at roughly 50% now with just over a minute into the fight. And again, for Hulkbuster, he's one of the tankier, big health pool, a lot of resistance sort of champs. I think this could be a good placement, again, considering the protection global node. But again, Quake is just a cheat code and easily bypasses so many of these nodes. So again, you'll be seeing her a lot this season. So we're just kind of chilling back against corner, doing the shake and bake and trying not to get hit. We're up to 12, 13, and back in the concussion cycle again, down to 9%. And I think one more cycle or so and we should be done. So I'm watching those counts: 12, 13, concussion cycle, 4, 2. It's actually, that was lucky. I dropped heavy, think I could hit him. He actually decks back and could have easily got comboed, but was able to get back into heavy and take care of it. So we're now 3-0, heading into this next fight. First through a Quake, and now we're going to have an opportunity to use Dr. Doom. My 6-star rank 3 SIG 120 Dr. Doom is on defense, but we've got a 565 SIG 200 Dr. Doom as backup, and I'm bringing him along for Alliance War attack for this exact situation. Seems like I'm going to be using a lot of Quake and Mystic as an option. I'm almost always going to see like a Venom usually in this position. I see Venom honestly 9 times out of 10. It's not a difficult fight, but you've got to be able to nullify. So that means I'm bringing a Mystic, and that could be Magic, it could be Doom, it could be a number of different options. But once I get in the Doom cycle, it's all over. So we're just actually choosing to block this. I certainly could have tried to avoid it, but chose to take it on block. I countered and he parried me and took a combo to the face, and I'm still at 88% or something, so it's really not even that big a deal. So parry, medium, heavy, and then into the SP3, and we're basically in control of the fight at this point. So I'm usually doing the 3 mediums, light, SP1, and again with Mystic Dispersion. I think I've got 4 mastery points in Mystic Dispersion. I think I'll be modifying my masteries here shortly to kind of try a few different things, and I'm going to probably drop it to 3. It seems adequate at 3. 4 is a nice to have, and sometimes it's actually too much power. Depends on what you're trying to accomplish. So we're into the second SP2. Got 2 Furies up, and we're just beating him into oblivion. So we're in the lights again, hit him with that SP1. Just more lights to kind of steal power, and I didn't even get to the next special attack, and he's already dead. All right, so the next one is Guardian, and what I actually like about Alliance War now is usually if my teammates aren't quite cleared, I can't do anything. I believe I was already boosted here with Doom. I wasn't going to take him with TIGRA, and I was actually just kind of looking at him. It wasn't really a Quake fight, so I thought, you know what, let's actually go for it. One other piece of information here is that we're actually up really big already on the opposing alliance. I think they were struggling a little bit in section 1, and we sort of blew past them, and we're well ahead. So there really wasn't a question of whether we're going to win or not, as long as we cleared. So I was willing to take a few extra fights than normal. So in this fight, this is actually interesting placement. Again, Dr. Doom, you think you're in your cycles, but what's cool about Guardian is that he blocks special 1s and special 2s. So you gotta be a little bit careful, and I've already got him into this special 3 already, and I really have no choice here but to push him. So I'm already thinking I might be dead at this point. However, Doom is shock immune, so we're gonna take the damage. He has high resistance. But I'm taking, this on the chin pretty hard, and I mean, we're just into the fight. I'm at 43%, a minute into the fight, and I'm trying to figure out, like, this is probably a mistake, but just kind of stay calm and get in my cycle, and we're down now going to a SB3 and see if we can regain control of the fight. This first SB3 doesn't do too much damage because, lack of Furies. We have 1 up. When you get to the second one is when it's really kind of a cool thing. And I think what's going on here is that he isn't blocking the special 1 and special 2 now because I've got my aura up. Actually didn't do a great job of avoiding the full thing, but again, with the resistance on Doom, he just sort of shrugged it off and moved on. So a couple of mistakes there. I took an SB3 to the face. I sort of waded in, trying to keep attacking, and I really should have backed off for that little explosion and absorbed it. It wasn't a big deal. I'm really trying to focus here on doing lights to kind of steal power, and I don't even get to the SB1 and it's over. So pretty excited about that fight. This is on Boss Island. We had a teammate go in and wasn't able to finish, and again, we're up super big, and so I have TIGRA, and I thought I was bringing TIGRA for Apocalypse, but I've also seen on some of the line chats, the TIGRA line chats, of folks having success on this node against things. So I'm in this for practice, and whether I get him or not, I honestly don't care. But in a war situation where I have an opportunity to go against probably a SIG 200 thing, I'm going to go for it. So again, there's 0 chance of us losing this fight. So even if I have to revive and use some potions, I'm sort of okay with it, because you just don't get this sort of practice in during Alliance or off season, because people aren't really putting much effort into putting real defenders on who they're really going to use. So you need a really good take. So whenever you're up big, take fights. I mean, who cares about your win-loss record? We're just trying to get some experience and try and get better. So this fight's going okay. I mean, I definitely took one combo, and really with Tigra, she's really amazing for protect node. She's doing all these ruptures and definitely hurting the opponent, but it doesn't. The hits aren't so big where you sort of, ignite the protection. So it's not that big a thing. And I kind of went in for a couple intercepts here, and they just weren't quite working. Parried him there. I'm sort of degen because in this node, every 6 seconds if you don't hit him, you degen. I went in for a hit and he comboed me, and I die. I don't care. I felt that was a success going against Thing there, and felt good about sort of the practice, and someone else behind me cleaned up. So I had an opportunity to go in first on Apocalypse using Tigra, and I'm pretty excited about this fight. This is a boss. He's got, as Apocalypse boss, he's got a lot more defender sort of capabilities, 415,000 health, and I'm going in with my Tigra, and we're gonna see what happens. So at the start of the fight, I sort of back off thinking he'd attack me, and I'm just sort of feeling him out, kind of dexing, getting out of the way, and I'm sort of finding as I'm just hitting him as a block, but I've already got him down to like 88%, and I really haven't even hit him yet. I'm just trying to sort of find an opening to start my heavies, and I got him there. I intercepted the heavy, and what's cool is when he's below 1 bar of power, you can keep doing the heavies in the corner, and you want to build up these ruptures. And then Tigra also can avoid all specials, basically. So you hold heavy and you crouch and it goes right past you. When I countered there, my spacing was wrong and I missed. He could have, countered me and I'd be dead. But you see what I'm doing here is I'm going back 3, and if I can, you do a light and a second light and do this little flip, and then you're in a good position at the end of his special, you can begin doing these rupture counters again. So again, I did 1, flip again, 2, release, and you hit, and now he's in the corner. You just keep building these ruptures, and so this is a 400,000 health pool Apocalypse at 30%, and we're 1 minute and 10 seconds into the fight. I feel like I'm going to get the solo. This is the first time I've even attempted this, and so I'm just kind of going for it. Again, got the heavy, got another heavy. I went for another one, and I got comboed, and I'm dead. If you recall, I was able to do this actually in the earlier in the fight where he had SP1 and I went ahead and did the heavy in the corner, and he didn't punish me. Had I just backed off, I would have got the solo in this fight. But overall, I thought it was a huge success, huge confidence booster for me, and that was super fun. So in conclusion, season 24 for BG4, we won quite decisively, actually. Over 450 attack bonuses, and the opponent was not able to fully clear. They didn't get through one of the battle groups. If you guys had a enjoyable experience watching this video, and look forward to the second Alliance War video coming out soon. This is AZJASON. Have a great day.